Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Dugout Mug Studios. This is the Variety Sports Network, and this is the 7th inning stretch.
All right, let's go. I feel like, Josh, as we said before we got on today, 7th inning stretch here. We were working all day today. We were prepping for the show before today, getting all set up for today. And I feel like that's where we're at now. A few weeks into the season, we kind of have a feel for everybody. The workman-like attitude takes over a little bit. We're 3 weeks in. The grind is serious. The coaches know a little bit about who they have, who they don't have, and we kind of starting to see guys get sent down because of that, benched a little bit because of that. We're actually we had another brawl again this week a little bit, a little thing between Will Smith and the Padres as well. So getting that excitement here. Appreciate anybody tuning in here on Variety Sports Network. 7th inning stretch. Jordan, hope everything's going well out there, my friend. Yes, we are here. Baseball talk on the way. We got a lot of good stuff to get into. Josh Edwards, how we doing so far?
Dude, it's a good day. It's a good day. It was
He's
beautiful weather here in Missouri.
Finally today. I know that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know how much smack we were going to talk back and forth about that.
Well, you beat me 2 out of 3, so I feel like you get the more of that one. So
yeah, but I basically told you when I said I want Ruiz on my roster. That was me going, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose that game.
We're gonna get that way. So his Cardinals, my A's, they went against each other today, Monday. Cardinals won Tuesday. Cardinals as well. My A's pulled it out later today with it. So yeah, that was fun with it. All right, so 7th inning stretch here with it. We got a lot we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into McCutchen here. We're gonna get into the White Sox. I feel like I want to kind of get it like how we help the White Sox a little bit too. So let's get into that conversation. We'll reflect on a manager that was a great manager in the MLB, actually a Cardinals manager, Royals manager as well. So we'll get into Herzog a little bit passing away as well, his legacy too here on 7th inning stretch. Josh, let's get into this though. Let's get into where I thought like our main topic was tonight, and that was Andrew McCutchen. CP, hope you're doing well out there in New York. Appreciate you on as well. Yes, your Mets are starting to heat up a little bit. I had Alonso in my home run draft pick. Yes. Go ahead, Josh.
I was going to bring that up.
Go ahead, bring it up. Let's go.
Later in the show, I was going to actually talk nicely about the Mets.
Well, you were.
We're going to have a pop-in guest, just so you know.
You were hard on them earlier this year.
Yeah, I was at the Mets. They're in New York. I'm hard on anything in New York.
Hey, I have a little news and notes for your boys out there, putting a number up finally on the rafters out there in New York. So we'll give them a little salute for that as well. CP, appreciate you tuning in here. All right. Andrew McCutchen joins the 300 club this week against the Phillies, which was kind of cool because he's like one of the rare athletes I can think of that actually played for both teams. It was kind of a star player. So the Phillies fans give him an ovation that he well deserved. When he gets to a number like that, 300, I'm like, okay, he's been around for a while now, for like over 14 years now. Where are we starting to put McCutchen? Is he a Hall of Famer now? We're actually on his 16th season here now. So, I mean, is he a Hall of Famer in your opinion? As I get some stuff read at the bottom, I'll have the ticker here going as well. Your thoughts on McCutchen joining that 300 club?
I love that he hit the 300 club. I've always liked Kutch. Even being a Cardinals guy, he was one of those players when we played the Pirates. It was the guy you got to look forward to seeing from the Pirates because they rarely had a good, consistent player on their team. I hated him when he was with the Brewers because the Brewers were good enough at the time that they didn't need him. But when he went back to Pittsburgh last year, I was super happy that he was getting to go back and hopefully wrap his career up where it really got started. So, I'm a big fan of Kutch. I think he's good.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I don't know. I'd have to look at all those numbers. I mean,
I'll get them all up here, but you just give me the hunch. I have a lot of stuff going at the bottom there, I think, but you give me a hunch with it. Do you feel like you've seen him play, obviously, a ton over the years?
I mean, for guys in my lifetime, I would say yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I had the volume there.
No, I would say for the guys I've seen in my lifetime, I would say he's a Hall of Famer in my lifetime. And he does it right. He's classy. He's a good player. He's a good person. I can't not like. I mean, he's just, he's one of the few guys on another team that I actually root for and have basically his entire career.
Okay, so I looked this up. Center fielders, right? Like that's what he's known for. Obviously played center field. He actually was on the Giants for a little bit as well. People probably forget about that. You look at, so I looked it up, center fielders with the most home runs. Obviously, you got Willie Mays, Griffey, and Mantle that are just, they're over the 500 club. Andrew McCutchen now is number 18 on the list of all-time center fielders in home runs. So, I mean, when he first came up, it wasn't like I even thought of him as really a home run guy. But the fact that he's top 20 in that club, looking at the list, he has a chance to get ahead of Steve Finley still at 306, obviously. Curtis Granderson might be tough to get at 344. But, we're talking about a player like at his caliber that is on top of all that stuff, has won an MVP, is a 5-time All-Star. You know what I mean? Like, these aren't like small things. He does only have the 1 Gold Glove. I don't know where he fits. He's still a tough one for me. I don't think he gets in.
I don't think he gets in, but if I had an option and I could vote, I would vote yes.
Okay, so you would vote him in, though. All right.
I would vote him in, but I don't think in the grand scheme of things he'll get in unless he gets in on like his last year of eligibility. I don't know, dude. The guy was
he doesn't have any playoff moments. That's my thing too. Like,
he played for the Pirates.
Well, I'm just saying he had that one. He went to the Phillies. He went to the Giants for that one. Sorry, the Giants and Dodgers, but he's not a Hall of Famer. I'm kind of with Tyler on that one. I feel, let's say he gets to 350. Like if he's playing that much longer, where he's getting like 3 or 340. Like I don't know. I don't know if 300, 1,000 are they're good numbers. I just don't think it's quite in the Hall of Fame. But for a Pirates list, he's definitely in your Pirates Hall of Fame. There's no doubt about that.
Without a doubt. The first opportunity they get, they're going to put him in their Hall of Fame. So he was number 4 in Rookie of the Year voting his rookie year. He's a 5-time All-Star. He was in the MVP voting, again, with Pittsburgh. He was number 3. He won the MVP, number 3 the following year, and 5th the year after that.
Yeah.
He got the Gold Glove the first time he finished 3rd in the MVP rankings. And what was the other? He got another award 4 times, or he got Silver Slugger 4 times in a row.
It's funny to me when we were talking about, as you bring up all those great numbers, and we're talking about his place in Pirates history too. The Pirates are a weird franchise where if you look back at all their old numbers, like they have Clemente, they have Stargell, right? They have these guys like kind of in the 70s era, and then they had that Bonds era, Dave Parker, I guess a little bit in there. But there's some funny names along the list. Like here's their top 10 home run, like who hit the most home runs in Pirates history. You have Stargell, Kiner, Clemente. McCutchen is number 3 or number 4 at 216. Then you have Bonds, Dave Parker. Here's a name for you. Brian Giles. Number 9, you remember a name called Jason Bay? That was a good day. That was a big fantasy player back in the day.
Dang.
Seasons out there. So that's your Pirates top 10 home run list. Just kind of funny looking at that wise. I don't think McCutchen ends up getting in. The Pirates are playing good baseball right now. It was funny doing that when we have done the 2 interviews with Mike McHenry. Obviously, he says McCutchen's one of his better friends. He's always going to be on the positive side with him. So I'd be curious talking to him if we ever get to again, if I actually put it this boldly with him, where he would place it. Because if you look at some of the other great center fielders like Torrey Hunter, he's not in. He has the Gold Gloves too. He has the home runs as well. Maybe not quite the stolen bases that McCutchen had, but to me, it's a big shout out to McCutchen. And as much as we're talking about him maybe not getting in the Hall of Fame, and we're talking about one of the better players in our lifetime here. Is like, you know what I mean? Like the second part of our lifetime. Like he's been really good.
So his career slash line is 275, 369, 464, 834 with an OPS plus a 128.
He's a stud. I know he is, and that's why we're bringing up a whole segment on the guy, because we actually look at that. Those are numbers that are, I don't know. Yeah, that's legit numbers.
He's got an argument.
I just don't think the Gold Gloves, Josh. I feel like if that was, well, let's say he's a 4-time Gold Glove winner and not a 1-time. That makes a little difference there.
So the question is, who won the center fielder Gold Gloves in 11, 13, 14, and 15?
We'll have to.
That's the question. Who was he up against?
In
Trout?
No. The National League. No, Trout's in the American League.
Yeah, Trout's in the.
So he wouldn't have been there. No, I think Angel Pagan does. Yep. We got him out there center field. I'll have to look that up. That'll be a good trivia question for it. But yeah, you're right. Whoever was the center field there was taking maybe some away. But the Pirates, though, also like what they always do, Josh, is they don't win enough. And I think that was the biggest reason, is they never win enough, like you said. So,
but the Hall of Fame is an individual award, not a team award. And I think that's where it gets. Yeah, I mean, what can you do to lead your team and take them further and dominate and win? But I mean, sometimes you're just on a team and you're with the team for so long that they don't make the right moves and you just get squashed.
Yeah. No
I
doubt.
think he has an argument. I don't think he gets in. If I had the opportunity to vote for him, I'd vote him in. But yeah, I think he's an argument, but I don't think he gets in.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point with it. So we got that with McCutchen. He ends up getting there with it. Not a Hall of Famer unless it's popular within the league and the press gets him in. Yeah, I feel like Tyler, he'd have to have another like really good 3-year run here to like not a good, really good. He's not his prime anymore, but something where he's hanging on and still got getting quality at bats. And let's just say a World Series like that helps if you get a couple of those bad boys along the way too.
If he gets one this year, does your opinion change?
If he's especially a part of the Pirates getting one, like any part, like just anything. Yeah, I think.
I mean, if he's
a little bit.
I mean, if he's on the playoff roster, he's not going to be taking at bats.
Yeah, no, we're revisiting that if it comes up. All right, so I think that was a good combo on him with it, McCutchen there with it. The only thing we'll have to look it up. I got American League right here. For some reason, I'm stuck on that. I got to get the National League Gold Gloves here. Right there. You got me fascinated with it. What was the year you said? 2011.
So we need 11. He won it in 12, 13, 14, and 15. Those were his other 4 good years.
Yeah, it's funny. Look, the 2011 outfield class. I would have never got this in a million years. Okay, so 2010 or 2011 Gold Glove winners in their National League. All right, Kemp, he was the one in center field that won it. Andre Ethier and was it Parra's his last name? Parra. I can't think of the first name, but they were the 3. Never in a million years, ever would I have got that one right. Ever on that one. No doubt about it. I would no chance of I getting Parra on that one. All right, hey, before I get to it, we move on here from McCutchen and the conversation with him. I just felt like it was worth our time and just him getting the 300. I love corner, like we do a podcast every freaking week, people. So like big numbers like that is a kind of a fun little like for us to talk about. And he's a core piece of them. Will be here, and he's part of your NL Central there, where I feel like we've kind of been touching on that a little bit. And the Pirates playing better. We're going to get into the AL Central here in just a second with the team there with it. Just want to get you updated on some scores if you're watching live. I was listening today at work on lunch. Orioles, Cedric Mullins, home run, beats the Twins. Orioles go to improve to 12-6. Kimbrel gets the win there. Giants get the win over the Marlins. Stuff looks pretty good. He does get the win. Duvall gets the save there. Giants get the W. Those Pirates fall to the Mets who are streaking. Severino gets the win. Against the Pirates there. Also, the Rangers win 5-4 versus the Tigers. Yates gets the win there. Brewers, Braves, Yankees, Nationals also winners, with also my A's winning, Cubs, Mariners, and Phillies as well. So heavy slate of games here. Angels pull off a W. Red Sox and the Royals stay hot, splitting there a little bit with the White Sox. So that's kind of your update around the league there. Got it on the ticker here once in a while with some of the big headline games going here on the MLB scoreboard. Josh, huge slate of Wednesday games today with it. So it's good. Anything catch your attention over the weekend baseball-wise? Remember how we were talking?
The Royals are doing what I told you all they were going to do.
Those Royals off to a great start.
I'm telling you, that team is sneaky good. I didn't think they were going to be 5 games over 500 at this point. I mean, I figured they'd be about a 500 team, and they still probably will be at the end of the year. But this team looks much better than even I anticipated, and I said they were my dark horse to win the Central and make the playoffs.
Yes, you did.
So I'm riding them, baby. I'm riding them. That pitching staff looks good. I mean, the players are stepping up. Bobby Witt Jr. is one of the best players right now in the AL, and he's doing it under the radar in front of everybody else. I don't know, man.
Guardians are playing well too. Guardians and Royals, are they going to duke it out? That's what it's looking like. And the Tigers maybe keep the Royals. The Royals pitching right now, Josh, is a big difference there.
If there's an injury there, it's a totally different story and things change. But what about the Twins, man? What is going on with the Twins? They have one of the best pitchers in the AL, and that's just not enough.
Traveling board gamer real quick. Appreciate you tuning in. Josh, it's funny. Like I said, I'm a radio guy with the game, so I'm doing yard work a lot this weekend. I'm listening to the game and just the Tigers game, or somebody, I think it was the Guardians game, and they're bringing it up here. We'll get Jordan here in just a second here, but I'm talking about the Guardians there with it, or with the Twins, and they're saying, oh, the Twins have had a bad luck of injuries, and that's really what it's come down to. You had Lewis go out, and then you're having other guys. You would get injuries earlier in the season. This is what's going to happen. Let me bring Woody in here into the game here. Prime Jordan, my friend, what is up? Back on the show 2 weeks in a row, and we have another. The props only get better. If next time I don't see you, you don't have a feather jacket, I'm going to be very surprised. How you doing out there, sir?
I'm doing well. I'll be able to be on for just a quick little moment. Just thought to want to stop by and then talk some baseball with you two pretty gents.
Oh, there we go. We obviously don't look quite as pretty as you with those glasses and hat on there. What do you think? We're talking about AL, just real quick. We're going to get into the White Sox here and them second. But what do you got about the Guardians, Royals, Tigers? Are they real, or are they going to kind of fall back to earth here a little bit?
Royals, no. Royals, yes. Tigers, no. What was the other one? Guardians?
The Guardians.
Maybe.
No, all right. So we got a good, bad, and ugly situation here. All right, we got 3 different ones with it. All right, Jordan, this is where we're going next. Let's see how good you are at talking your baseball here with it on the fly. All right, this was on my mind a little bit because they have played just terrible. The A's had 3 wins at this point last year, and they had 112 losses. The White Sox have 2 wins at this point right now, and they are off to a historically awful start. They have scored 34 runs, allowed 87 in 16 games, and they have been shut out 5 times already. I'm just like, are they this bad, Jordan? Is this team this bad?
Yes. No. This team is extremely piss poor. There's nothing positive about the team except for Eric Crochet, and that's it. There's no bright spot with this team. Nobody has the motivation to do well. Heck, their starting shortstop is Paul DeYoung, and they paid him to be on the team. Come on. And then they have their run-of-the-mill
he's
always
shortstop. You're in trouble, right?
Dude can play defense, but he can't hit the broadside of a barn.
He's not good offensively. But then you also have Moncada, who's in midseason form on the 60-day IL. You also have Eloy Jimenez, who's always hurt. He just came back, but he'll pull a hammy in a couple of weeks.
Did you guys hear what Guillen said about him after he got hurt? Did you hear that funny quote he had where he's like, "You can't pull fat. Like he's too buff. Like he's got to put on a little more fat. Like you can't pull fat."
Well, he's always hurt. He's always hurt. And Luis Robert, I like him a lot, but shoot, he's about to get hurt too. No, these are all so predictable. And yeah.
Do you okay, this is a part. Have you guys I don't want to talk about the Bulls, but have you all seen the documentary by Michael Jordan, that Last Dance thing? Did you guys all see that thing?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, so you saw it. Josh obviously was in a cave. All right, so if you saw that,
watch it, Josh.
That owner, he also
Netflix,
owns
right?
he owns the White Sox too. He owns the White Sox as well. He's always owned the White Sox. And there's a reason they're not run well, because he's also the owner of that team that let the greatest basketball player get run out because of a GM. I'm just saying that, to me, is also a massive part of this issue. That's all. I gotta say it. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, when you put it that way, that makes sense. Their one World Series that they won was low-key kind of fluky. I'm not trying to disrespect you guys.
Susie out there, Astros, Bourbon and Baseball, 4-0 sweep. Sorry, we got that if you're listening.
I'm not trying to disrespect the White Sox out here, but I mean,
they're bad. Okay.
They're bad.
I've told you guys this. I got to coach Andrew Vaughn from age 8 to 12. So he played.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got to coach him out here, and his dad, and so I still kind of see his dad once in a while. He works in the same city I work in. And so we still talk once in a while. And so he went to Cal, obviously, so I saw him play there as well. And he was he's just one of the best hitters. I still feel like his swing is there. I'm not sure. This is me trying not to be a homer, right? I don't know if they can build around him. I don't think he's the star. I think the star is Jimenez or Roberts, excuse me. But he's the one that's hurt most of the time. But I think Vaughn could be a good complement to them if they both ever could get healthy. And then Moncada, they signed him to that weird deal. He's gone. And if you look at their depth, their stat, Andrew Vaughn, based on how many games they've played, he has the best average on the team. You know what he's batting? 172. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how bad right now the White Sox are. Like, he qualifies as the best hitter on their team. I don't know, Josh. Any thoughts on the White Sox there, sir?
I just can't wait to play him because the Cardinals should get a sweep on that one.
We
didn't sweep the Marlins.
They got the
didn't
Marlins
sweep
on
the
there.
A's either.
No, you didn't sweep them. You didn't sweep my A's.
The Las Vegas A's?
Hey, we'll go to Sacramento for 3 years.
Sacramento A's.
I got to Sacramento.
The Sacramento A's, my fault.
My wife or my sister lives in Sacramento, and she goes, yeah, they're the Sacramento A's. I go, yeah, but they're not going to be called the Sacramento A's. So get your facts straight there. They can't be officially called that. They're just going to be like the Commanders. They're just going to be the Athletics next year. So
California
White Sox.
Athletics.
Okay, the thing for me with the White Sox is there's only been like 6 teams that have lost 110 games in the history of Major League Baseball. Do you guys feel, to start a segment going forward, Jordan, whenever you have to go, you just say sayonara second and we'll go with it. But when you got, like, as we move to over and under here, what do you see? Do you see them going over 110 losses? Or it is over. Okay. Josh, are you going over 110?
Yeah, I guess I'll take the over.
I'm gonna say
what's the plus minus? Hold on, what's the plus minus?
I don't know what. I'm not a degenerate. I don't know what the plus minus is on that.
I'm not a degenerate.
I don't know.
I mean, dude, you live in California. I mean, that kind of falls in that category.
Is it illegal? Is it illegal to bet in California, like FanDuel and stuff like that?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
really?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So
that's why he can't bet.
No, you can't.
We can't either in Missouri. So.
Oh, I can. Indiana, baby.
Hey, blue and red finally agree. Blue and red. That's the one thing we agree on. That's the one thing that our states agree on is that. All right, so the White Sox that bad, had it on the ticker here, and like I said, Tyler, I think it was a homerness to me, but Tyler was like, why in the hell are they hiring Tony La Russa? Like, he said that a couple years ago, and like, again, the owner being good friends with this guy, I'm always going to say he's part of the reason with it. All right, over and under, you both had that on as the White Sox going over 110 loss. What a pathetic season if that's the case, and you end up going over 110. Josh, I thought, like, all right, I'll give you 6 of these, and one of them will be kind of a history one in some regards with it. Kind of like it's already happened, but you guys can tell me what you think of it when it goes down. Let me get some of the top headlines up here on the score here. All right, as I get into it here with it, what for first over and under? I don't have it on there. I'm going to say it to you. Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery combined for over 20.5 wins. So obviously they have to get 21 then for that to be the case. Do they go over the 20.5 combined? And I want you to understand.
Over.
Okay. I'm keeping notes here, folks. What do you think, Jordan? Do you go over that? That's traveling going under.
I'd go under. I don't trust the Giants to help Blake Snell get W's.
I mean, he only got 14 the year before, and that was one of his highest of all time. So he got that.
I see Jordan Montgomery carrying because the Diamondbacks are a much better team, but I don't see 12. Whoa, combined 12.
All right.
Jim. Dang, that's tough.
All right.
I think Montgomery gets 12 by himself.
Well, that's just funny because he's the Cy Young Award winner, and then you have these guys that are supposed to be top free agents, and I'm like, 20.5 wins for both of them. And I know they're starting like a couple weeks late in Montgomery there, but I get that. Go ahead.
But here's the thing. Pitching, like, the win losses for pitchers is the worst stat to base somebody on.
I know.
Like, pitcher wise.
But I'm just saying, do they get that stat? Like, you would think,
do they get it? Oh, no, my fault. We're not judging. We're not judging them. We're judging their. Never mind. Yes.
We're not judging.
I say under.
Snell has a couple outliers, but he'll usually get single digit wins. He will. That's the thing. And then Montgomery, he has the same thing. If you look at his track record, he only has like a season where he has that over double digit wins. So kind of a sneaky one there. But based on the way they were hyped, You would think 20 wins, like between both of them, that should happen. But maybe not here. All right, over under here. Mike Trout will hit 45 and a half home runs. Obviously, he will not hit that. So will he get over 45.5? Will he get to 46? Or is he going to stay at 45 there? What do you guys think? He's on absolute fire. He's the best player in the game. But as we all know, those ham bones do not last long and other issues. Josh, does he go over or under 45.5?
Under.
All right.
Who did you say? I totally did not hear you.
Trout.
Oh, over.
Over. Oh, over. So he's getting over 40. He's getting 46 and over.
That man.
He can't stay healthy long enough to hit 45.
I trusted this season the best player ever. I'm joking. But he is up. He's still in the top 50, top 25. I don't care. But no, he will get over 40 this year.
All right. There's nobody's name I like to screw up more, as Logan knows. Glasnow, he's up there. He's up on my next list right there. He's up on my next here. Right there. Will he pitch over 140 innings? Right now, he obviously leads the league in that because that extra game. He leads the game, but if you look at all his stats, he's been awesome. But he also has the most innings right now. So I'm like, okay, will he go over 140 innings? Does he make it over that mark as one of the – if he stays good, too, you got to think they'll let him pitch. So, Josh, let's give you the first one here.
Over.
All right. What do you got?
I think he stays healthy enough and he's got enough offense on that team around him that he should be able to stay in games long enough to get 140 plus.
I just worry about his health because he has a history with that.
I agree with you there, but
so you going under?
I'll take the over. The Dodgers are good.
We agreed for once.
I like it. Jamarcus going over.
Hell is freezing over.
Appreciate everybody in the chat here tonight as well. You guys keep baseball talk going for us. I appreciate keeping me motivated during the week. Right, Josh? Keeps us fired up with it.
Hell baseball. Yeah, but look at Tyler. Tyler's on point right here. Baseball's pathetic. 140 innings is over under for a number one pitcher.
It is.
And it's horrible. I mean, number one should be 180 plus every single season.
It should be 200 every. It shouldn't even be a question. If you're the best pitcher, it is pathetic that I even had that. Tyler, thank you for bringing that. I was thinking about that. I was like, but Josh, I looked it up. I'm like, he leads the league in innings pitch coming off surgery. That shocked me just a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of surprising.
They trust him. He trusts himself. He knows what his body can do and what his body can handle. So they're letting him.
What
go.
hair? He's got great hair. We all know that. That's a great hair there with it.
He was also an Oppenheimer too.
Good call there, Oppenheimer.
And Peaky Blinders.
Guardians. We talked about them briefly. Over under 91 and a half wins. They're at 12 right now. They might have won today. I didn't add that. But it was 12 this morning. I'll look it up here again. Did they get over that? 90 or under that? What do you got? And they lost today. So just
under.
Under 91 and a half. Josh is going under. Just all right. So you feel like they're going to flame out here. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
All right. Gotcha.
Not necessarily flame out. I just don't think they're good enough to win 90.
All right. Can Edwin Jackson's? Yep, he can throw a lot of pitches. We know that with a no-hitter. He can throw 190. That's like Little League Baseball. You're like, the kid's at 112 pitches through 2 innings. All right, so you got that with it. Over under a couple more here, and we'll get it out. Okay, this was the history one. Okay, in Jackie Robinson, they celebrated Jackie Robinson Day on, I believe it was Monday. I believe it was, right? His wife, 101, by the way. Shout out to her, 101. That's just crazy to think about that she's still going. A great movie, 42 as well, out there with it. All right, over or under? Jackie Robinson stole home plate 15 times. Over or under that?
I don't have a clue,
Over.
but it was Jackie Robinson, so I'm going to say over.
What do you think? What did you say, Jordan?
Over.
19 times he stole home plate. First time in 1947 at the great Forbes Field there. That would – I don't even think I've seen somebody steal 19 times in MLB in my lifetime. So it's kind of crazy to think about 19 times stealing home plate. So that's pretty nuts there.
How many times was he caught stealing?
I didn't look that one up. I didn't do the over-under on that one. Just
less than the times he got it, I'm sure.
All right, here's an interesting one for me. You guys talked about the pitchers with their innings here with it. All right, so right now, when you talked about like who has, they talk about how people aren't pitching very much and all that stuff with it. Do you think a pitcher records over 250 strikeouts this year, over or under that mark? Do you think somebody can throw that many? Get that many guys. The leader right now is Glasnow again with 34. Jared Jones has 32. Hunter Green has 30. Wheeler has 32. So, I kind of only one person hit over that mark last year. That was Strider at 276. But I question. There's always new guys that come on the scene. 250. Does anybody get over that number? Last one on the under 250. All right, I like it.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else getting that.
I can't. Yeah.
Back it up.
The only people I would think, the only person I could think of that would be able to get close to that would be Spencer Strider, but he's out for the season.
Right.
Shane Bieber gives you a lot of strikeouts too. He's out for the season.
Well, this guy.
Reagan's. I mean,
Reagan's is a stud.
Yeah, he is, but I don't know. I don't know if he gets that far.
It's a lot of innings to pitch.
What's your beef with this guy now?
He's got 29 strikeouts on the year right now.
I thought you were having beef. I thought you were having beef with him, Josh.
No. I just don't know if he can get that high. That's all.
I think Hunter Green can get that high.
I think he can. I don't think he will.
I think he can. I think there's a chance this year. I think if the Reds finally just let him go, and the Reds have an ability to just burn people out when they're young anyways. So I think there's a chance he could get to 250. They have a history of they're not like we'll wait 10 years to kind of throw this guy out. So I think there's a chance that he could get to it. I made up the 7 times number, but I said it confidently.
Yes, you did, Jim. Because I was like, okay, cool. I was right.
Hey, real quick, Josh, did you mention that we got into a little argument on the last show that we were just on?
I don't carry stuff over one show to the other, especially when it's not pertaining to this show. We were getting hot with it. We were talking baseball, obviously.
I like that. Let's get that. We got to get that on the show here. Once I have a little pass for this. So you guys agreed a little bit with the over unders there with it. I appreciate anybody tuning in with here tonight on 7th inning stretch. Jordan, you jumping in. I always whatever, Jordan. You gotta stay with us. That's great. We only got a little bit of time left, so if you just want us hang through, we'll be with it too for a little bit as well. But
I'll finish this segment, then I'll hop off.
All right. So I hate to break it to you. That is the last segment of that show. So that is the last.
Then what's the next one? Then what's the next one?
That's the last overrun with it. So see you later. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So we'll do the next one here with it. We got Caruso home 17 time. I don't know the idea. I see it a little bit more in college when I see like highlights and stuff like that, like the pitcher not aware of something or like that. You see like the guy stealing home. So, all right. You want to know what's next here? Here we go. Diamond notes here every week here on the show. All right. A couple things I wanted to get into on Diamond Notes. That's where we kind of hit on a few subjects, obviously, during the week here with it. All right, Hall of Famer Whitey Herzog dies at 92. Obviously, was the manager of the Royals for a couple of years in the 70s. I know he managed the Rangers, and I think the Angels as well for a period of time when he was younger. Known more for coming in the 1980 with the Cardinals and that style of play that kind of stays with the Cardinals even to this day. I feel like, and the kind of the way they're shaped a little bit. Or at least the way their aura kind of is played out, it feels like defensive-minded, gritty teams, speed. So I got a lot of stuff going at the ticker here, what he is. Some great stuff with him. I don't know, Josh, you're out there with it. You've been listening to his broadcasts of Cardinals games. His name's had to have come up many times, Mr. Crew Cut out there with it. He lost the World Series, obviously, to the Royals that they should have won. He was in that game. I believe his Hall of Fame speech, I remember when I was looking him up, one of them was he got elected with an umpire, and he goes, this guy's thrown me out more than anybody else. I can't believe they decided to elect him at the same time that they elected me. So I thought that was kind of funny. Gives a little insight to his personality. I don't know. I mean, you didn't grow up watching his teams. I know that, but still, it's a history of a team you've watched. Any thoughts on him passing away?
So I didn't grow up watching him because I wasn't alive.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I was alive for the end of his run with the Cardinals, but
No, that's what I mean. You
I
weren't
grew up
alive
hearing
when
the
they were now.
stories.
Yeah,
Like my mom and dad and my grandfather. I mean, when we talked about Cardinal history, it was always Whitey ball, and that's what I grew up raising that baseball was supposed to be: manufacturing runs, not the power hitter, playing great defense, forcing the other team to make mistakes. I mean, Whitey Herzogs saved baseball in St. Louis, rejuvenated the city, and created a style of baseball that fit to the team he was building and the place where they were playing at. The reason he went to defense and speed was because Busch Stadium at the time was a turf field. It was fast and it was huge. It was one of the biggest fields and stadiums in MLB. So he designed and created a style of play that would work to the Cardinals' advantage, which is why they were so good for so long in the 80s. 3 pennants, World Series champions, should have been twice because Dinkinger screwed us. 87, it happens. But, I mean, he was such a good manager. He got, I think he coached 3 all-star teams. Let me see here. The year in 85, finished 3rd in 87, finished 3rd in 89, managed the all-star team in 83, 86, and 88. I mean, the dude was the manager of the 80s.
He was, and I thought it was appropriate to bring him up. You guys, just because of that part of it, kind of with it. I wanted to get this up on the stage real quick, just to get it into play. It's an old commercial. I had him and Jack.
You have it? I was going to show it.
Oh,
I got the same thing sitting ready.
All right, then, man, we're ready to rock and roll, and we think the same way with it. I got to get this up on the stage here with it. Here you go.
The double steal. Well, you got runners on first and third with a lot of speed, and you want to get a run. Let me use those cold Busch beers for runners.
Okay, I'm going to need one of those back.
Well, this guy over here takes a big lead. He tries to distract the pitcher. You get 2 strikes on the hitter. Bang, you set him down a second. The catcher throws through. This guy comes home. You got to run. You're sitting pretty.
Yeah, you're sitting pretty, Whitey, but that's my Busch beer.
They don't call this double steal for nothing.
I thought that was good. That commercial, Josh, funny. You had the same thing with it. Just kind of gives a little look into his personality with him. Jordan, obviously, you're younger than both of us, too. Again, I've never seen him go. I just know him through, watching old videos and stuff like that. I still think the Cardinals try to represent that style, though, from the 80s. I feel like that's a big part of their, kind of history and some of the things you guys get frustrated with.
Yeah. I think that he has adopted, St. Louis has adopted his way, aka the Cardinal way.
Yeah.
That is currently going on now, and it's not cutting it. However, Whitey, it for sure was a staple. It was amazing. He's one of the best to ever manage in baseball. Got to give him love for that. I don't know much about him, unfortunately. Granted, I wasn't around at that time, and also I didn't learn much about him. That's on me. That's on me, though. I didn't learn much about him.
Commercial. Did you like the beer commercial?
That beer commercial was great.
Yeah. Josh, you got something else here for us?
I got an interview with him after there was a game with the Mets in the 80s.
Let's see.
It's 32-second clip. So let me get this puppy up here.
Oh, man, look at this guy. You got to get the volume. You got to hit the volume button on Twitter or on X, whatever it's called. No, you got it on mute there, but I hear you. I see you on it with it. Get the volume wins a
Is your volume on?
Yeah, I could hear it in mine, so it just wasn't coming through the screen.
Yeah, it wasn't coming on ours with it. So he passed away. Other Kansas City or out there Missouri areas. Salvador Perez hits number 250 for the Royals. We talked about them a little bit. Pretty impressive out there for him to get 250. The Mets retired Doc Gooden, number 16 out there. You talk about a guy that had just absolute stuff that just was wasted in a lot of ways. But that guy, for a period of time, if you were bored at that time, which I wasn't, but I've seen the videos, that he still had electric stuff that I cannot deny. So the Mets retire his jersey. I believe they're retiring Darryl Strawberries as well over the summer. Get them both up there next to each other. So I think he'll be retired out there. Yep. And then the Braves, they lose Albies, and then the Brewers. Yelich goes down. Josh, we talked about him, I think, with Jordan last week. And you were right. Yelich did get hurt. Jordan, we're not looking too good after that Yelich, thinking he was going to bounce back, but he's down again.
Yeah. We look horrible with that take.
Not good there on that one with it.
You guys look horrible.
We do. Jordan, appreciate you jumping on tonight, though, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. It was nice. It was nice being on. Thank you, guys.
All right, man.
All right, we'll see you on the next one. See ya. All right. It was good having Jordan jump back on for a little bit there. Appreciate him taking some time out of his evening here. All right, seventh inning stretch. We're getting down to probably a little past the seventh inning stretch here at this point here. Right there. All right, homer draft. Daren was up 1-0. He's not anymore. And that we are tied now with it in there. Josh ends up winning last week, tied at 1. We do a draft every week. You only take certain players. Josh has took Arenado, Garcia, Alvarez, and Walker. I took Simeon, Alonso, Guerrera, and Soler. Who are you taking this week, Josh, for the American League?
Gunnar Henderson.
You got 5 already on the year. I like that.
I didn't even know he had 5.
I'm gonna go with another big boy. I'm gonna go with Aaron Judge. I'm gonna go with him. He's gonna get that. He's gonna get it. I'm hoping this is the week I get 7, and it's like I win it easily. Not the weeks I'm getting on my fantasy teams recently where he's walking a ton. So I get Judge, and you took Henderson over there with the Orioles. National League home run player of the week. Who do you maybe have for the home run category this week in the National League?
I'm gonna go Kyle Schwarber.
All right, I like that one. That's a good choice. He gets hot with the bat, no doubt about that. I like that choice. Right now, he's 9th in the league with 5 home runs. So that's a good choice, no doubt about it. I'm going to go with Fernando Tatis Jr. as my pick this week.
It's a good pick.
I got Tatis. All right, so we'll keep this going. It's kind of fun just to for me to look up every week, every day, kind of maybe if my guy hit a home run. So I'm kind of enjoying that part of with it. So as we kind of get to it here on Variety Sports Network, 17 stretch, just want to let you guys go. Next Wednesday, we're going to be on as well. Who's going to be our guest there, Josh? You guys set it up for us?
Boston Tom makes his return to the Variety Sports Network and 17 stretch. We are so excited. We're going to be heavy with AL East talk next week. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Boston Red Sox, and we're going to get his fan take and then his more professional managerial take on what's going on over there and what their season is going to look like come mid-season and end of the year.
And we'll test him obviously on other stuff as well. We'll get his ML bill, kind of test him on that if he stays on with us throughout the show.
He's coming the whole show, he says. So
as he knows, he's going to get a few other things with it outside the AL East. So that will be fun to get his talk. So tune in next Wednesday as well. Appreciate the retweets as well on Twitter or on X. I always mess it up, but whatever it is. I appreciate you guys doing all that. It really helps us, gives us confidence, keeps us going in there with it. So appreciate you guys taking that time out of your day to do those things for us. Really gives us a big boost when you guys do that. So be sure to subscribe there with it here at Variety Sports Network. Really making a push here with it. All right, Josh, MLB trivia. Who am I? Let's get you ready.
Hold on. Let me turn my comments off so I don't get any help.
All right. Yeah, we don't want you to get any help.
Hands.
All right. I like to say, I feel like this is an easy one. All right. So you got that one. So who am I on it? All right. Hit number 1. I played 12 big league seasons starting in 2004 in the American League and was a 3-time All-Star and 2-time Gold Glove winner.
Continue.
Okay, so you got the year, though, right? All right, 2004. There you go. I hit 20 or more home runs in 5 consecutive seasons while playing center field. Hit number 3. Number 3. I appeared on the cover of the video game MLB 2K8. Yeah, that's what you gotta have. That's where you're hitting this week. Hold on, Josh. That's in your era a little bit.
AL. What was it? 2 Gold Gloves and
center fielders. I hit 20 straight homers.
Center fielder with 20 straight homers. 3-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove.
I'll give you a hint. Another hint with it. He played in the AL Central.
See, I was thinking Torrey Hunter.
The answer is not Torrey Hunter. Do you want me to reveal who we have on the list?
Hold on. Let me think who else was in center field.
Yeah, he hit 20 or more home runs in 5 consecutive seasons while playing center field. Hit number 3.
I don't know.
Grady Sizemore is your answer with it. Oh, man, we got to get your baseball knowledge. We got to keep working. We're going to keep getting Josh up to date here and there. We got a Grady Sizemore. What a run he had there in Cleveland on the video game cover that I played quite a bit post-college. So I thought your high school days, you might have had it with it. All right, add the stage here with it. Grady Sizemore, one of the better players to play baseball. Had a short little run, though. As
most yesterday in Kansas City. They'd love to begin to put something together here today. Sizemore rockets one to right. Is it a slam? Yes, it is.
That's Bob Costas calling it, isn't it?
It is.
See, I got that right.
And a day of celebration has brought out the Boo Birds at Yankee Stadium.
Bust the game, nice piece of hit.
Most left-handers. Yeah, he's not an excellent hitter against most left-handers, but there are more.
And he was a great player. I know you didn't know who he was, but man,
I know who he is. I just wasn't.
Awesome player for 5 years. Awesome.
I wasn't thinking about him.
Awesome. I thought the center field it would give it away as soon as you saw that with it. He was in the injury. He was injured. I could have brought that up. I thought with it, but I thought that'd be a little too much if I brought that one up with it this week with it. So, Josh, as we're kind of wrapping up the show here a little bit. Kind of final thoughts on baseball this week. Anything that we didn't mention to catch your attention a little bit?
Let me think here. Trying to look at my notes real quick and make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so Baltimore's climbed back up in the AL East. Toronto's still in last, tied with Boston. That to me was a little odd that Toronto hasn't gotten on track yet. Your A's are ahead of the Astros still. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's impressive. We'll take that.
Washington looks better than anticipated, but I heard rumors before the season that they were a better team than anybody was giving them credit for, so I'm not necessarily surprised by that. Dude, I don't know. I think the NL Central is still going to be the most fun division to watch at this point. The AL East is going to be a ton of fun too, but I mean, those two divisions are going to be the most fun to watch, at least in the first half of the season.
I got you with it. That makes sense. All right, so MLB flashback here with it.
The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
Trust me, I will ask people. As soon as I heard that, I said we need to fix that immediately. We don't need to see Mr. Buck on that at all. It's very disturbing to hear his voice on that. That's going to be my first request to Brandon is get that call out of here. Nobody wants to hear.
I've already requested another one.
We're not here now. We're not getting that. No, just mess with
I don't mind that. He's better doing baseball than he is football.
There is that. He's not terrible. It's kind of funny with the hate he kind of gets along the way with it. All right. Yeah, I mean Josh is a big fan of you. He's a big fan. Those are your stuff over there with it. You know, you're a big fan. Well, we got his dad on the show tonight. That's a shocker, right? We got his dad on the show. You gotta appreciate that. You got him on there.
Yeah.
All right. So let me get this up on the screen here with it. I got for our MLB flashback video of the week. Back in 2001, Ichiro's rookie year, one of his more famous plays out there. Unfortunately, it happened against my A's out here in Oakland, California. Ramon Hernandez, a name out there I'm sure Mr. Edwards does not remember as a catcher. He was an all-star catcher a few years as well. Terrence Long on first base. Let's see what happens.
Terrence Long is lead over at first. Here comes a 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and a ground ball punched into right field for a base hit. So heading to third base is Long. The throw to third base, and they've got him nailed.
Ichiro!
On a tremendous throw by Ichiro. I'm here to tell you that Ichiro throws something out of Star Wars down there at third base. He fired a shot about 3 feet off the ground all the way on the fly to David Bell, and Terrence Long was D.O.
What a call. And when you talk about a guy that came into the league with absolute fire, this guy was an animal. The A's had to play him 19 times, so I got used to it a little bit. I'll see him. Well, I can't
Is he
say
the only
it.
player to have his first name on the back of the jersey instead of his last name?
It might be one of the first ones to ever do it.
There's
You're
your
right.
there's your
That's a good
trivia question for down the road.
You might have
Who
to give me
besides Ichiro Suzuki had their first name on their jersey instead
probably
of the last
somebody down there. I just can't think of it out there. It's probably somebody that probably pulled it off. No, he came in just on fire. Won the MVP, obviously, that year, Rookie of the Year. All right, that was our MLB flashback video of the week. Josh, did I go wrong anywhere this week? Did I do all right?
You did all right. I mean, I'd give you like an A- on this one. We were quick this week. We buzzed through it this week.
Well, we're close to 51 minutes here still. We still got a little bit of a pot on there with it. Next week though will probably be a little bit longer as we got a third guy with us, Boston Tom, on the show. We'll get into that a little bit as well.
Khakis.
We'll get into that. Get into that as well. Man, Ozuna and Trout leading the league in home runs.
It ain't
O'Neal
gonna
7th. Alonso 6th.
It ain't gonna last. Yeah.
I don't know. So a few things there. Right? They got the Yankees in first still, Guardians, Rangers in first, Braves 12-5, Brewers 11-6, half game up on the Cubs early, Dodgers in first. It's kind of where we're at to kind of end the first part of the kind of we're getting to the end of April. We kind of hit the next couple of weeks here with it. We'll kind of figure out those teams a little bit. Some of the headlines will change as
Can
well.
I make a prediction?
Yeah, what's that?
By the end of the weekend, the Cubs will be in first in the NL Central, and the Cardinals will be in second.
Oh, I was going to mention too on that, like something else. Verlander is pitching on Friday, so we'll see where the Astros. You know, him coming back. Talked about them struggling.
What do you think his pitch count's going to be? 65, 70, or do you think it'll
I'm going
be
to say
like
70.
80?
I'm going to say 70. I'm going to say he gets into there with that, about 70 with it. So we'll see what that changes for them, for them moving forward as well. The White Sox right now, like I said, if you're in last place, I think it's still so early, so it's hard for me to really kind of panic about them. I still like Altuve; he's on fire. Bregman, Alvarez will even heat up even more. So that's the one thing. You have Alvarez, those three guys. And then you have Tucker in there as well. It's like I just feel like there's an offensive core there that they're just built around to eventually. And then when you get Valmer back as well, so I don't know.
Hey,
I feel like
take a guess for me real quick.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the biggest plus minus? Who's got the biggest plus run differential right now in the league?
I think it's the Guardians.
Nope.
No. I don't know that. I thought it was the Guardians. It's not.
It's the Royals.
Royals ahead of the Guardians. Okay, the Guardians
Plus
are up
40. The Guardians are plus 36.
All right.
So Guardians are number 2.
Gotcha. So Royals, you're Royals right there then. You're Royals. That's what we're going to call them.
Guess who has the largest deficit? Okay, second largest deficit. Don't go with the largest. It's obvious.
It's going to be, the White Sox, I think, would have the largest. And then second would be Rockies.
Barely. They're minus 41. The Marlins are minus 35.
Yeah, the Rockies are off to a Rockies in a tough spot. Chris Bryant not really doing much for them as well after that big contract too. So next Wednesday we'll have Boston Tom on. That will be fun to kind of get his thoughts on the Red Sox. He always brings a good personality to the show as well. So I hope to get you guys back here on 7th Inning Stretch for that. We had a busy week. We'll have a busy week next week here on Variety Sports Network. You guys did the 314 show right before this. We got the NFL draft show next Thursday as well. I got double podcast tomorrow with Doug with NBA playoffs. We're doing Talking Gridiron still. So a lot of things going on. Josh has also got the NASCAR going on Sunday nights. Did a good show this
might be Monday. It depends on when I get back.
Gotcha. But
it's Talladega this week, baby. The beaches of Talladega.
And we got hockey playoffs. You ready?
Oh my God, hockey play, basketball. I mean,
everything's
it's
ready.
It's a big time of Variety Sports. If you haven't subscribe now so you can get filled in on everything. Because there's no way in this day and age you have enough time to watch everything. So make sure you're tuned in. You get an hour from each one of us throughout the week. We'll fill you in, keep you up to speed on all your sports needs and messaging and everything else you need.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will say this: we try to put the work in. Hopefully, those unnecessary hours don't go for waste. Appreciate anybody that tuned in, left comments. Appreciate that very much. We hope to see you guys. There's a new chat out there on 7th Inning Stretch as well. We had a new community we're trying to get there as well. Just trying to build up baseball fans, particularly. That's kind of the sport me and Josh are focused on a little bit with it. So we'd like to build up a community in there with it. Appreciate everybody that commented in tonight. If Traveling Board Gamer, Back of That Bench, Jamarcus, Tyler, appreciate all of you guys tuning with it. I know some of you can't join all the time. CP tuning in with it, Jordan, but I know some of you like Susie and all them can't always, and Josh can't always get on, but appreciate you guys always supporting us, and John as well out there with the Out of Your Falcon Mind. John Yates out there always retweeting our stuff as well. So we appreciate that. So another baseball episode in the books. We'll see you next Wednesday, everybody. Then we'll get back to our original time here on Thursday night. So for Josh Edwards, I'm Daren Briare. We will see you guys next Wednesday.